She enjoys singing, acting, and all aspects of theater, and was recently accepted into the ACTS Magnet School for the Performing Arts in Greenwood. So please, if you would give a warm welcome to Davis Elizabeth Walsh.
God bless America, the land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
If that doesn't inspire you in the slightest, might I encourage you to check your pulse and perhaps your blood pressure. All right, as we get underway here, I have the privilege of introducing someone who really needs no introduction. She's taken on an aura of her own since campaigning, where I first met then Representative Nikki Haley on the campaign trail. The governor, the first female governor in the history of the state of South Carolina, campaigned on a platform of transparency, on a platform of values that are consistent with those that the folks that are here today, as part of the Tea Party movement, hold dear. What impressed me the most in meeting then Representative Haley on the campaign trail was her approach to coming to Columbia and dealing with things from the from the executive branch in a way that said, I'm here to play by the rules, but not by the good old boy rules. I'm here to represent the people of South Carolina, and I'm here to represent good government. And that was one of the things that most impressed me about now Governor Haley. If you would please, put your hands together, let's give a very warm welcome for our governor, Governor Nikki Haley.
Well, I think it's a great day for a tea party. I will tell you, God smiled on us with this weather, but what is great about a tea party is you can't buy this kind of energy. This is the energy of real people. I stood at this tea party a year ago, and I asked for your help. And I said, let's take our government back. And I think we're starting to take it back one day at a time, and the entire country is seeing how we're starting to take it back. I told you during the inauguration, I said the one thing we need to make sure of is that the voices that are heard loudest is not mine, is not that of elected officials, but of the taxpayers of this state. And I think they heard you loud and clear with the roll call legislation we filed. You know, it couldn't have been said better. We fought that fight for 3 years to get legislators to understand it had to be law. It had to be protected by the people. And the greatest thing said was Senator Martin from the upstate, who had challenged and struggled with the legislation prior, carried our water this year, fought for it, and at the press conference he said, I hear you. And that's exactly what we want. We want everybody in this State House to hear you, and they heard you loud and clear. So now we want to make sure that the country hears us on a lot of other things, and I've been fighting that fight, and I will continue to be your voice, because we are going to continue to be an equal opportunity opponent to Obamacare. constitutional. We're going to continue to fight the fight. And when I asked all the governors around the country to join me in expediting it, 29 governors signed on. We asked the president to expedite that Supreme Court case, and he said, I will not expedite and I will not stall. Guess what? 2 weeks ago, he asked for an expedition. We're going to get that in the Supreme Court. We've also asked one other thing. We said that we're going to continue to be a right-to-work state. We are not going to get bullied by the unions one more day. I have a pretty little lawsuit to show for it, but I've told them the more they continue to try and bully on the state of South Carolina, the more we'll continue to talk smack back. And now I'm going to tell you we need your help on two more things. We are doing a lot of progress when it comes to restructuring. We have gotten a lot done in our first 100 days, but we are getting ready to take on a huge fight in the next couple of weeks. We need to get rid of the big green ugly monster, which is the Budget Control Board, and see a good Department of Administration in place. And the last thing we've got to make sure we do, we show photo ID when we buy Sudafed. We show photo ID when we get on an airplane. We need to show photo ID when we vote at the polls. It is a freedom and a right we are blessed in this country to have. We need to protect it in South Carolina. Tell those legislators upstairs, photo ID is where it is at. We are not going to allow one more year to go on without voter ID in the state of South Carolina. And so I will tell you this, that the successes that we saw in the past couple of weeks, I want you to remember who made that happen. You did that. You were the reason we got that done, was because you got loud, you got clear, and you said elected officials work for us, we don't work for them. Let's keep that fight on. Every state in the country is watching the fact that we get it. Every state in the country is seeing the fact that we're fighters in South Carolina. We're going to keep on fighting for the rights of the taxpayers of this state, and we need you to continue being loud doing it. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Now, if I could echo something that the governor